Hello, everyone, and welcome to AML UAE's YouTube channel. We are back with another episode of our knowledge podcast series, Know Your Compliance with AML Experts. Joining us, we have Ms. Dipali Vora. She's a certified AML specialist and a company secretary, holding over 8 years of experience in AML compliance. We welcome you, Dipali.
Thank you, Yashvi.
So, Dipali, in our previous episodes, we had asked our viewers to share their questions or queries through AML FAQ. And there was one particular topic that received a lot of response, which is goAML. So, I want to understand from you what is goAML and what is goAML registration?
So basically, goAML is an integrated platform developed by United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime and was adopted by UAE Financial Intelligence Unit. It's basically a platform where the reporting entities can submit their suspicious activity and other designated transactions.
All right. So, from your answer, I understand that this is for businesses in UAE. But what exact businesses? I mean, who needs to register with for goAML? Let's say if we consider the real estate sector, is it the real estate agents or is it the real estate developers who are required to register? Can you throw some light upon that?
So goAML registration is a mandatory process. Where all of the DNFPB segment, financial institutions, and VSP are required to get themselves registered. And coming to your question about real estate agents and developers, so AMLCFT law is applicable to the real estate agents and brokers. So the responsibility of getting themselves registered is of the agents and not the developers.
Okay, I got your point. But since it's a platform, I assume there's some, process of registering. So can you help us understand what is the entire process of goAML registration?
So basically, the goAML registration process is divided into two parts. In the first stage, we seek approval from the supervisory authority, where we submit the details of our company, we submit the details of the compliance officer that we wish to appoint in our organization. In the first stage, we receive the approval from the supervisory authority. And once the approval is received, we can then go on to the stage two, where we will register and submit all of the documents to the FI and create our own account. So it's basically a two-step process.
All right, okay. And for registration, do we need certain information or certain set of documents for goAML portal?
So generally, when somebody wishes to register on goAML, portal, they are required to submit the trade license copy of the company. Then they are required to submit the ID document of the compliance officer along with an authorization letter. Now, this is a general list. Depending upon which, I would say, which zone you are falling in. Like, for example, DIFC. So, they would have some additional requirement. So, and that is actually very clearly documented in the the handbook which is provided by the authority, which could be referred as for the pre-registration of goAML. So yes, so there the list of documents is also provided.
Okay, got it. But for the registration process, since you said that it's a quite a rigorous process, from what I understand, is there a specific timeline to performing this process, and how long does it typically take?
So basically, the timeline is when goAML was introduced. 30 April 2021 was the last date for all of the existing companies to get themselves registered. Later on, the companies which were incorporated after that, they must simultaneously get themselves registered on goAML portal once they have their trade license in place. Now, the process is generally, as I said, it's involved in stages. So, depending upon which zone you are, of course, the timeline also depends on that. Like if you are a mainland entity, you can complete your entire registration process within a week's time. But in other cases, there's a possibility that the compliance officer's interview might be taken, and after that, you will get the approval from the supervisory authorities.
All right. I think I'm now very comfortable with the registration process. But since you said that this is for AML compliance, one, after registration, how do you access your goAML portal account? And two, what AML compliance functions can a regulated entity perform?
So basically, what happens is, as I said, the registration process is divided into two steps: stage one and stage two. So when it comes to logging into your account, also it's basically a two-step process. Now, since we are talking about GoAML portal, I'll take the liberty to add one more point from my end. When I meet clients, they say that they have already registered on goAML portal, but when we ask for the details, they only have stage one approval. So many times companies miss out stage two, that is the registration with the FIU. So that is one of the thing. So I think that could be very helpful for all of the viewers, that you can check that whether you have received your organization ID. Okay, that's a 5-digit number that you receive when you complete your goAML registration. Okay. Now coming to your question with respect to that, how do we access our account? So as I said, it's a two-step process. First, you log into the uaservices.fiu website, where you have to click on systems. Then you can click on goAML portal. Then there would be a pop-up which will come up, which will ask you to enter the username and the password. Now, in the first stage, you are required to enter the username which was communicated to you in the first stage of registration. It will generally start with UMOE. Okay. And in the password section, you are required to add the that's a 6-digit code that would be appearing in Google Authenticator, which is there on the mobile phone. So that 6 digits are required to be added, and then one can complete the first stage of logging in. After that, you will be taken to the goAML homepage, where one can enter again the username and the password, which is created by themselves at the time of stage 2 registration. So once these two processes are followed, then only one can get the access of their own goAML account.
Correct. And with respect to the AML compliance functions, if you could give us some ideas to what kind of compliance functions can be performed through goAML portal.
So basically, goAML portal is a platform where one can report suspicious activity, suspicious transaction. Then there are certain sector-specific reporting requirement also, like DPMSR, then real reporting. Then we also have high-risk country transaction report, high-risk country activity report. Then there are these two reports called as partial name match report, fund freeze report, as a part of your sanction compliance. So basically, all of the reports come under goAML portal. So if there's any entity, say for example, they are into real estate agent and broker business, if they are performing any designated transaction, they can submit the real report through their goAML portal.
All right. Okay, I understand. Thank you. That was very informative actually, and I loved the practical insights that you give. So my one last question to you is that since one has put in some information regarding the business, regarding the company on the portal, and in future if these information change, can that be updated on the goAML portal? One, and two, if it can be updated, how can one do so?
So basically, as I said that in our previous questions that you asked, you did ask me about how to how one can log into the account.
Correct.
Now, once you've logged in your account, you do have the option of changing the credentials under My goAML and My User Details. So you can actually update the details there, email ID, phone number, or even if the company has changed the company name. Okay, the relevant proof that name change certificate and the updated trade license can be submitted, and you can send it for the approval, and the name will be changed. And also in the FAQ, as I said, or the registration guide, which is issued by the authority, they also give you a process as in how you can change the compliance officer also in the portal. So yes, you do have the option of changing the compliance officer or any other details pertaining to the company.
All right. Thank you so much, Dipali, for your insightful remarks. I learned a lot truly. And I think and I'm pretty sure that our viewers who are watching us would also agree. So for all our viewers, if you have any questions or queries surrounding AML compliance, you can ask them at www.amlfaqs.com, and we'll be sure to get them answered by our AML experts. Until then, you can like this video, share it with your friends or colleagues who may be interested in AML compliance, And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching.